Hello guys, welcome back to another section of Uncle Sam online tutorial. In today's class, we are going to be examining this problem. Let me read it out. If the square root of 6 is equal to 2.45, that means we have gotten the value, the equivalent of square root of 6. Then we're now asked to evaluate without using calculator. Okay, so we're going to evaluate this, and we're going to show all workings. Evaluate without using calculator the value of square root of 2 divided by the square root of 3 plus square root of 2. Now I need you to understand something at this point. Before we can solve this, I want you to look at this rule. If I have 1 over a plus root b, and I'm asked to simplify this, what I'm going to do is what? We're going to rationalize, but not just rationalize. We're going to rationalize because square root cannot be a denominator. And in this case, it's not just square root that is here. There's also a constant, which a denotes, that is here. So what I'm going to do is rationalize by what? Multiplying by the conjugate of this. What do I mean by the conjugate? Conjugate means the value of this, but what? The sign is changed to what? To the opposite sign. So if plus is here, it's going to be what? Negative. So rationalizing here means multiply the numerator by the conjugate, which is a minus square root of b. And also multiply the denominator by the conjugate, which is a minus square root of b. And when you do that, you'll be able to clear the root. If you multiply that, you'll be able to clear the root at the denominator side. So let us use that approach here. So what do we do now? So we write it out, the square root of 2, all over what? The square root of 3 plus what? The square root of 2. Then multiply by the conjugate. The conjugate means multiply by root 3 minus, remember, plus is here, but the conjugate of this means simply change the sign to what? Negative. So 2, then do the same for the denominator with 2. So let's solve that now. Root 2 times root 3 will give us what? The square root of 6. Then root 2 times what? Negative root 2 will give us what? Negative what? 2. Negative 2. Why? Because anytime sort of the same form is multiplying themselves, what end up happening is that the square root that is hovering over them will just disappear and you just be left with the number. That means root 2 times root 2 is 2 and you put your negative sign. I hope that is clear at this point. So let's continue. And let's solve the denominator. Then let's expand the denominator. Root 3 times root 3, because this is something like this. So simple expansion and will show us that use the value of the first value here, multiply everything here, use the value of the second, do the same. So root 3 times root 3 will give us 3. Root 3 times negative root 2 will give us negative root 6. Then root 2 times positive root 3 will give us a positive root 6. Then root 2 times root 2 will give us 2. But you have minus sign here, so it's minus 2. So you see that these two are the same, so they cancel out themselves. So what is remaining is just 3 minus 2 for the denominator, and that is what? 1. So what you have remaining for the whole expression is square root of 6 minus 2, all of what? 1. So I know that anything divided by 1 will still give you back that thing. So at this point, we know the value of square root of 6, don't we? From the equation, we know that the square root of 6 is equal to 2.4045. So we now put it here. So root 6 is same thing as what? 2.45 minus 2. Okay? So if we solve this, it's going to give you what? 0.45. And remember, we are asked to put it into decimal place. And yes, it's already into decimal place, meaning that after the point, we have 2 values, that is 2 decimal place. And we are done. Do you have any question? Please leave it in the comment section. Bye-bye.